Maybe I'm on by now. I I want to talk about something that's kind of personal to me, and it has to do with what's on screen right now. Not specifically Fortnite, but gaming in general. I have been gaming ever since I can remember, like since I 5 or 6. Um, and though many things have changed and many things have stayed the same, there are some things that have changed that, at least when I do it, when I take a step back and just kind of really think about it, it irks me. And it kind of makes me upset, and it makes me even more upset that not more people are upset. There are a few people upset who feel the same way I do, but there's not even more. There's not like an outcry, really. I'm of course talking to what I would call the state of gaming, but I don't feel like that's necessarily right. So let's kind of go with an example that's close to home. Right home as in right here. Fortnite is, needless to say, a very popular game. I mean, that's an understatement. Oh! That, of course, didn't kill. But you know what? I guess I'll just go back to lobby and really speak on this, because this is something I feel like needs to be said. Fortnite is obviously an insanely popular game. It's swept the globe, you know, and it's not just Fortnite that I noticed this with, it's practically every game, and then the gaming industry as a whole. I want you to take this little ride with me. So, you buy this PlayStation 4, right? It's $450, $500. You spend $500 there. Then you buy a game that's, let's just say you buy the game brand new, $60. Then it gets crazy from there. It gets just batshit insane. You've already bought the game. You've already supported the company and a product you feel that will be up to quality. But then they feel like that's not enough. So every year, you have to pay $60 just to play the game you already paid $60 for. I've had this PlayStation 4 for about a little over 2 years. In November, I'll have to renew my PlayStation Plus. So, what's 60 times 3? Where's my phone? Oh, nope. Okay. Whoops. 60 times 3. Well, let's 6 times 3. I'm not very good with math, obviously. $60 times 3. That's $180, right? That is a lot of games that I could have just bought, right? And even still, they still don't think that's enough. So what they do is they put stuff like this in the game. Now you're thinking, oh, what is this coin with the V on it? That's not real money. I could just buy that, right? Not quite. You can buy the V-Bucks to buy the stuff you want, which are purely cosmetic. Now, I don't have to go into how microtransactions are bad. Everyone knows that they are, essentially. But we've gotten so used to them, so conditioned to them, that when you think about it, they're awful. Like I said, I've been gaming since I was around 5 or 6 years old. So when you bought a game, you bought the game. That was it. The most you had to buy was a memory card. Yeah, I'm taking you way back then. And even then, if you managed your memory right, then, you know, whatever. I want you to really think back, if you can, if you're old enough to think back. Games weren't always $60. Now, granted, with everything, and with inflation, everything gets more expensive. But then, throw this on top of this. Fortnite, being insanely popular as it is, doesn't always work, at least in my experiments. I could legitimately just suck. I don't think I suck so bad where I just kind of don't like the game but play the game because it's the only halfway decent game I got. But I can't tell you how many times I've actually got a couple videos of it where I get shot by not getting shot. I couldn't get the footage of this, but there was a time I landed in, what's that new map? The desert area, Pleasant Palms or whatever, right? A guy snipes me, and I'm like, I didn't even see the bullet. Like, where did I get hit? The bullet hits me behind my ankle. So, like, you see my right leg there? Move, like, 2 inches away from that. And that's where I got, quote-unquote, hit. There's a video I have out where I got shot from underneath me, where in the sense of, I was above the bullet, but the bullet still hit me. And now, as of recently, I'm starting to notice that they brought back the oh-so-pleasant lag while you're in the fight. I don't know if you guys notice it. I don't know if I just have terrible internet. But whatever it is, what happens is that 99.9% of the time, the game doesn't lag. Well, actually, let's just knock it down to 99, because sometimes I'll be on playgrounds with my friends, and I'll just kind of twitch a little bit. But 99% of the time, I won't lag. Runs smooth, looks good, stays consistent. The one time that it lags, the 1% is the most important 1% of the game. And it's when you're trying to kill somebody. I'll be in the middle of a fight with somebody, then all of a sudden my screen will freeze, even if it's just for half a second or even less than that. I'll drop dead. Now, granted, it probably wouldn't have made much of a difference, or I lagged because I was deemed dead, or whatever. But even in my videos, I've shown that the game calls you dead before a bullet is even fired. It's mainly in the video of the one I'm talking about where I get the bullet should pass under me, but I still get shot. And my weapons drop, then a bullet is fired, then it hits me in the air below me, and then I'm dead. In that order. Fortnite has gotten so popular to the point no one can see its flaws. And even with pro players like Ninja, Ali, or any of the people who play Fortnite seriously or competitively, they don't even see it. Now, granted, it probably is a console thing, but that's another thing. I don't care what platform I'm playing the game on. There should be no discrepancy. There's no excuse why I'm lagging every single time I get into a fight. Sometimes I manage to walk away, but I still lag every time I get into a fight with somebody in Fortnite. And it's not just Fortnite. Overwatch. Whenever they update something, new patch, new event, whatever, something in the game breaks. It could be something small, like for a little while, when you were in eliminations, like 3v3 in eliminations, the play of the game screen would just be completely black. I don't know if that's a thing no more. I've basically all but stopped playing Overwatch. The skins don't even interest me anymore. Because there's the thought of, oh, I'm just going to play for the skins and then stop playing again. And I see that here on Fortnite too. Ever since they added the new event, ever since the start of Season 5, that lag when you get into a fight with somebody popped up again. It happened a little while ago, back in like Season 3 or Season 4 even. And then they fixed it, where it was smooth throughout the entire fight. But now it's back. Granted, it's not as bad. I even have a video of that, how it's just full on 5 seconds of still screen and then I'm dead. And it just confuses me. So, on top of buying a several $100 gaming system, paying $60 for the game, paying $60 a year to play the game, and the microtransactions within the game, you're giving me a mediocre to subpar experience that breaks every time you try to fix something or whenever you add something new to the game. Let that sink in for a second, because that's like going out and buying a house, right? So you buy a house, you know, it's a pretty nice house, it's a pretty decent house, you know, nothing spectacular, and, you know, the furnace goes out. Alright, you know, it's a several $100 adventure, but, you know, it's no big deal. But when they fix the furnace, your electricity goes out. When they fix your electricity, your doors fall off their hinges. I'm getting ridiculous here, but it's the whole point of the game is never fully fixed. It's never fully balanced. And then on top of the weapons in this game, between, like, for the longest time, the pump shotguns were ridiculous, doing obscene amounts of damage from like crazy distances to now being all but useless, and now the tack taking its place being crazy. I've been one-shotted with body shots with a gray tack. I see them pick it up. It's a gray tack, and I get one shot. It's just like, at every possible corner, not all at once, but every possible corner, you're getting fucked. You know, and it's insult to injury when people call them out, but nothing really changes. I mean, what happened to me buying the game and then me playing the game? Another thing that just was recently brought to my attention, I pre-ordered the Spyro trilogy, the thing I was going to do a playthrough of. Well, technically, I only bought one game instead of all 3 games on one disc. Activision, in their infinite wisdom, puts one game on the disc, but has you have to download them once you try to install it, the other 2 games. So it's like, but the Crash Insanity trilogy was all on one disc. I didn't have to download the other 2 games. Why do I have to do that with them? People are pissed, but nothing will change. EA, I don't even have to get into EA. Just mentioning them, you should already know that they've done some messed up things. And it's not even just Battlefield. They've been doing it for decades. And nothing has changed. PlayStation sucks $60 out of my pocket every year. Nobody is really upset with that. We've conditioned to that. And it's kind of sad because I love video games. If you ask my dad, he says all I ever do is play video games. Not wrong at all. But my thing is that love for video games can only go so far when you're being screwed over by them. But what am I going to do? Stop playing video games? No, I'm not going to stop playing video games. I'm going to ask that the product I asked for is up to par and not scheming me out of money, basically out of my own will. Now, for Fortnite, the Battle Pass is up. It's not as bad because everything, with the exception of the Battle Pass, which even probably including the Battle Pass, is completely and totally optional. You don't have to buy this stuff. You don't need to buy any skins, any pickaxes. Heck, just the Battle Pass, you can unlock stuff. So, you can spend, 900 V-Bucks. So you can spend $10 and then unlock all the stuff you want. You know, most of the stuff you want. What is this? This is... Oh, it's ice. Okay. But, of course you're going to want to buy that stuff. Of course you want to go to buy the cool skins that you see pop up. But, with Overwatch, that's not the case. You pay for the opportunity, for the chance to get what you want. No, thank you. And they're just skins. They're the same exact things that's in the item shops of Fortnite, but you're not guaranteed to get them. Can I just buy them directly? So, and again, another thing that's been brought to my attention, we apparently, in America anyway, the US of A, apparently have a terrible internet infrastructure. Which is why every game, in different ways, has lag. So, all of these factors combined together, it just leaves me wondering, when are we going to wake up and say, yeah, this is actually completely stupid. I'm paying already money for the console. Okay, I'm buying the game, but you mean to tell me I have to pay to play the game I already bought? You mean to tell me that there's this really cool cosmetic skin I want, and I have to take a chance on getting it? It's... I don't get it. I don't understand it. But maybe some corporate business guy understands it. Oh yeah, of course he understands it, because it's making him money. I'm not that far off from finishing these tiers. I'm like more than halfway through. And it's with every game now. Every game is like this. I don't know why. I don't know why we put up with it. Oh wait, yeah I do, because we have no choice. Or do we? We have no choice because not enough of us are making a vocal opinion. We're not taking the time to be like, yeah, this is completely stupid. But they also have us by the nuts. You mean to tell me that the most effective way to protest just the PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live is to not buy them. But you mean to tell me I'm supposed to deal with not being able to play the games I've got? No way, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna ask you guys to do that. I want you guys to play your games. But at what point do we get fed up, man? Like, EA with the whole, Battlefront thing, but that's not just the only thing they've done. Buying companies, shutting them down, and virtually stealing their games. Stealing their IPs to make money. That's some evil, fucked up shit. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with the things that's wrong with that. Sony/PlayStation just charging us over and over again to play the games we've already invested so much money in. And it just baffles me, man, because I look back when I was a kid, when you bought the game, that was the game. That's it. That's all you had to do. And there are a few companies out there that do the right thing and kind of, or at least for the most part, do the right thing. The company that comes to mind is Rockstar Games. Why I say that is because every single event, every single DLC is 110% free. You've got GTA Online? Great. There, you can do the whole after hours thing that's now out. But they screw us in another way. As in, I don't know if I've expressed this, I think I have, but everything in Grand Theft Auto Online is so expensive, you have no choice but to either grind for essentially what feels like years to make enough money to do even a fraction of the things they offer you, which all of them are really cool, or you could chuck out the money to buy the in-game money, to do what you can. But see, here's the thing. I'm really only willing to spend $20 on in-game or on microtransactions or in-game transactions. For $20 on Grand Theft Auto Online, you can buy $1.5 million. I want everyone here to say at the same time, $1.5 million is not enough. Because the average supercar, or just, average car that you buy on Luxury Motors is $2, $3, $4 million, and that's the base car. That's without having to go to Motors and soup it up, get it all its armor, all its engines, all its suspension, and all that stuff. Which, that's the least expensive part, but when you've already spent $3 million on a car, I mean, and I think I've explained that the reason this is because you don't really start off as a minute criminal. You grind and grind and grind, and then all of a sudden you're a kingpin. And then you've got all this stuff to do that only kingpins can do, but you don't have the money of a kingpin, but you have the rank and the weaponry. So, game companies will continue to screw us over unless we do something. And I don't know what it is we can do. I have no idea. I can't tell you that. I mean, for starters, I don't think we should be paying to play the games we've already bought. But I can't ask you guys to not pay your PlayStation Plus and not be able to play your games that you have to have them for in order to play for them. But I want you to just take even 5 seconds and imagine, even if it's just for 1 year, if every PlayStation owner and every Xbox owner didn't pay their respective PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live, how much of a dip in their money would that be? They have to be making insane amounts of money there. Because again, what are you going to do? Not play your games that you've already bought? Oh great, cool, I bought the game, but I can't play it because I don't want to shell out the $60, which is already the price of one game. But imagine that. If we all did that, if we all refused to feed into this cycle that's only going to get worse, then they would have to take note. They would have to understand that, yeah, we think that this is really stupid. I bought the game, I should be able to play the game. And I should have quality of product. Because honestly, what really prompted me is this, I'm kind of raging, yeah, but I'm tired of getting shot around corners in Fortnite. I'm tired of every time when I play Overwatch, they add a new character, they add new events, but they're not fixing fundamental problems with balance of their characters. I'm tired of, Minecraft. I used to play Minecraft a lot, and there's these really cool texture skins. Well, but no, instead of having, instead of be like, oh, it's a community thing, just share your textures and skins and all that, nah, I gotta pay for that. Even when it comes like to the smallest form of microtransactions with like Dragon Ball Fighters, where you can buy the fighters directly, it's not really a DLC, but I gotta pay $5 for a character that's already technically programmed into my game, just locked off behind my wallet. I mean, when does it stop, man? What's to stop them from charging us for online games? And my greatest fear is that one day we're gonna end up like every game is gonna end up like Metal Gear Survive, where you have to pay real money for save slots. Now, granted, not every company is gonna want to kill their main money IP, like Konami did, just to fuck with I forgot his name. I can't remember his name, and even if I did, I couldn't pronounce it. But you know who I'm talking about. The guy who invented Metal Gear, who's a fucking legend, who Sony picked up with the quickness when they fired him. They purposely killed them, but what's to stop them from doing that every time with every game that they've got? What's to stop other companies to follow suit, not trying to kill their games, just trying to suck every penny out of us? We're cash cows to them. We're not customers. We've lost this connection with them. The only company I think that even closely maintains that connection is Nintendo, and even they're following suit of, oh yeah, you gotta pay to play online on our Nintendo Switch. Nintendo, of all companies, that don't even have a lot of third-party developers until now, that they used to make their own games, and that was it. Nintendo makes games for the Nintendo, that's it. And they had the highest quality of games because of it. And they did all that to assure quality for us, but even Nintendo was starting to follow suit. Because they're a company. But at the end of the day, yeah, they're a company, and they're going to want to make money. But at the end of the day, they need to understand that we're their customers, and they're not making money at all without us. So it's really upsetting that, you know, the few of us that are vocal get shut out. They get shunned out by going on the internet and seeing how popular Fortnite is, how much money Grand Theft Auto 5 has made, you know, Rockstar, and seeing how the E-League for Overwatch, which I really don't care about. Oh, cool, an E-League. Nobody cares. There may be a few people who care, but I personally don't care, so don't put it on my home screen. Just so you can charge me to buy the special now other currency to get skins that the other teams have. You know, I don't care. I just want to play my video games. That's all I care about. I don't know where or when this stopped. I don't know when we've decided that as long as I get my video games, I don't care how much they charge me. I don't care what they do to me. I don't care. We need to care. This is something that has bonded people across the globe. I've made friends in other countries that I know I'll probably never see in any lifetime. But that's blocked off. My experiences in life are blocked off behind $60 a month and microtransactions. But only time will be the judge. Maybe eventually people will wake up and be like, this is stupid. But, of course, I could just be another voice shouting into the void saying that, hey, you know, this sucks. And then everyone's like, yeah, it sucks. And then they just go on about their day. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. I don't know if anyone's ever even going to watch this. I usually get like 3 views max. But, I don't know. I'm still going to play the Spyro game. I'm still going to play Spider-Man. It's almost out in less than a month. Because I really have no choice. I'm going to pay the $60 to be able to play my game, and that's going to be the end of it for now. Until something changes, of course.